Barcelona returned from the international break early and pick up exactly where they left off. And this was with Hansi Flick rotating the squad due to the circumstances, and it was just a monster performance from Barcelona, and everybody was just playing out of their minds. Here we go with how Barca started, though. Chesney, Koundé, Eric, who came in for Kubarsi and Araujo. Kubarsi with an injury he picked up for Spain, and Araujo, who returned late from the international break. He had a game against Bolivia in the mountains, which he didn't play that game, but the travel, I'm sure, got to him and caused him tiredness. Either way, it was unnecessary for him to play, so he didn't. Inigo Martinez, Balde, of course, who didn't go to Spain for some reason. Olmo, De Jong, and Pedri, of course. Yamal, Ferran Torres for Lewandowski, and Gavi for Rafinha. Now, on the face of this, when I saw the lineup before the game, I thought it's going to be Olmo false 9, Ferran Torres a left wing, but kind of like an inside forward, and a 4-3-3 formation with Gavi as a CM alongside De Jong and Pedri. But it was actually Olmo as a 10, kind of like a right-sided 10, Gavi as like a left inside midfielder, and Ferran Torres up top, Yamal wide, of course. But the main point of this game is that Barcelona were just so dominant. I mean, so dominant from the start of the game. I mean, let's look at these stats. The first half stats. 4 big chances, 2.17 XG, 9 shots from Barcelona, and 0 across the board from Osasuna. And second half, of course, 1 XG, 2 big chances, 10 shots from Barca, 0.4 XG, 1 big chance, 4 from Osasuna. It was just domination. I mean, Osasuna stood no chance, and from the start of the game, as we can see here, 11th minute, a goal from Ferran Torres, and great play from De Jong to link up with Ferran Torres. De Jong receives the ball, plays out Balde with a first time great pass to the box, and then it's just a great finish from Ferran Torres, who, by the way, played very well today, Ferran Torres, because, him as a starter, he hasn't proven himself as a starter for Barca this season. He's been more of an impact player off the bench, but as a starter today, he did very well. Of course, he missed some chances, which is the reason for this low rating, but overall, including his overall play, not just the shots he took, he was pretty good at Ferran Torres. So it's nice to see that. Hopefully he can increase his level gradually, as he has been doing since January, kind of. But yeah, great from him so far. Olmo, of course, I wanted to see him play false 9. For some reason, that wasn't the case. I guess it worked out, but that wasn't the case. He wasn't too involved, but he did end up getting that chance, which led to the penalty. He missed a retake because of the encroachment from the player that cleared out the ball, I think. And then once again, he took the penalty, he scored it. And then it's a shame because when did he score? 21st minute he scored, 28th minute he got subbed out. 7 minutes later he got injured and was forced out of the game. Now, I hope he went down and asked for the sub because of more of a precautionary thing rather than him really feeling a serious injury, because the last thing I want is this guy injured. I want to see Olmo play in the big games of the UCL knockout stage, and it's been something that I've been asking for, whether it's been in YouTube videos or TikTok videos or on Twitter that I've posted. I want to see him play consistently, 90 minutes and in big games, consistently just being involved, because I love the way he plays. I love what he brings to this team, and I love what he can do against big teams especially. So hopefully it's a short injury. I think if you check out over here on Twitter, let me go check right now on the reports for Dani Olmo. Let's see what the reports are for this. So it's gonna be, first evaluation suggests that Dani Olmo has not suffered a serious injury. Now, it is a groin injury, but hopefully it is not serious. If he's going to be out for 1 to 2 games, maybe 3, fair enough. I want to see him back by that first, if not by the most, that second leg versus Dortmund, because he's going to be very important. And I just want to see him healthy. I want to see him play a full, season healthy. It's not too much to ask for. They managed to figure out Pedri's injuries, and now he's been playing out of his skin, no injuries. Knock on wood. Hopefully that remains the same way. They got to do it with Olmo as well. Figure it out. And hopefully we see him back on the pitch soon. And then, of course, the subs that Hansi Flick made. Fermin came on for Olmo then, and he didn't start too well, Fermin, but as the game went on, he just, got better and better and better. And, he was taking better touches. He was getting involved more. He was, getting the team out of pressure more and helping build up with Koundé, looking up with Koundé a lot, and Yamal. So very good from Fermin. and he ended up getting the assist for Lewandowski, of course, in that play, which we're going to talk about now, that Pablo Torre started. Now, Torre and Pau Victor also, they were the ones that, have been kind of like cast aside by Hansi Flick, of course, alongside with Ansu Fati. But these three players have been cast aside by Hansi Flick. They haven't really gotten too many minutes. They're players that play, like maximum of 20 minutes a game. Whenever they do play, it's about like every 3 months they get some minutes. But Pablo Torre, every chance he's gotten this season, he's been playing very, very well. And that's not easy to do considering he just never plays. He has no match fitness. But every time he comes on, he plays very well. He creates chances. He's involved in the build-up. He gets past players. He gets the team out of pressure like, a midfielder should. And he's just very good. Hopefully we see him more. Hopefully he can, cover for Dani Olmo well. Let's see if he even gets minutes now after this performance. Pau Victor, he missed some big chances. But overall, considering his circumstances, he's not a bad player. He knows how he's good at link up play. He knows where and when to make runs. He knows what he's doing as a striker, and he's someone that deserves a bit more time, of course, on the pitch. Maybe not now in the big games, but I'd like to see him more as well. He's not someone that's bad. You could have subs that come on and are bad. He's never bad. He actually has some kind of an impact. But just the finishing has to be improved a little bit. Fermin, of course, good. Dani Olmo, of course, good. Lewandowski's a sub. Came on and scored. Other than that, it was just whatever. Some decent touches here or there, some bad touches here or there. Textbook Lewandowski. You just, typical. Got a goal. Leading the Pichichi race. That's really what you want from him. Gerard Martin came in. Just so whatever. Other than Pablo Torre and Fermin Lopez, the subs were they came in, put the shift in, and this was just another game that had to be gotten over with because it was an early rescheduled game. Some very important players were missing from this. Half the players retired from international break. It was just one of those things that it was one of those games that get the game out of the way, get the 3 points, and move on. So the team did very well in that regard. And let's check out the schedule coming up now. They're going to play Girona on Sunday at home again. And I think Barca has mostly home games coming up. Girona at home on Sunday. Then they play Atleti, I think it's midweek, right? I think the second's going to be midweek. So Atleti midweek in the Copa del Rey second leg semifinal. Very important game. And then again, at home versus Betis, at home versus Dortmund, away versus Leganes and Dortmund, and home, away, home, away, home. And then before you know it, the season's going to end. Before you know it, we're already almost in April. This is the crunch time. It's time to get serious. It's time to figure out all the injuries that they have, get Olmo back, get everybody in full form, and push for the trophies because they're competing for a treble once again. And let's see what Barca can do. But once again, just another great game from them, and they got the job done. I haven't really spoken about how they've played today, other than the fact that I've said that they've played very well. But I'm gonna tell you right now that the way they actually played today was unbelievable. Pedri is crazy. Like, he never makes a mistake. Yamal is crazy. These are players that they don't really get. At least today, they didn't get any goals or assists, but they were the best players of the match. And that's why you can't categorize players by goals or assists in this sport, because it's too much of a dynamic sport. It's too free-flowing. You can have the best players in the world be players that don't farm GA. And that's what the case is with these types of players, like Pedri, like Yamal. They're not the ones that get the most GA, but they are the most genius players in the world. And they've been playing out of their minds. De Jong has been doing very well recently. It's nice to see him getting, better and better, and kind of, warranting his salary that he's been getting for the past 5 years. But look, Hansi Flick is doing unbelievable work. It's time to see what they can do in the big games. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video.